Did you know that most prominent temples in India are controlled by the government? In an earlier Upward video, J. Sai Deepak made the case for freeing temples from state control. He explained the history and consequences of this unjust arrangement. Let us dive deeper and understand how state control affects our sacred spaces and our relationship with the living deities housed in them. For the uninitiated, the murtis housed in our temples are living manifestations of our devis and devatas, not some abstract depictions of parochial rationalism. This forms the basis of all practices and rituals associated with the temple, any temple, and is an integral part of the Hindu civilization. One such deity, revered and loved by the people of all castes and classes, is Sri Padmanabhaswamy, and his temple at Thiruvananthapuram is one of the most ancient places of pilgrimage in India. The annual festival of the temple, Arat, where the deity takes bath in the sea, is mentioned in Sangam literature from 300 BCE. Thus, the temple and its festivals have been in existence for more than 2 millennia. Let that sink in. For more than 2000 years. The origin of the temple is shrouded in mystery. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavata Purana. Kerala Mahatmya states that a king named Aditya Varma was appointed by none other than Sri Parashurama, the sixth avatara of Vishnu, as the protector of the temple. His descendants, members of the Vena dynasty, later merged with the Chera dynasty of Tamil Nadu, have been protecting and maintaining the temple ever since. Right till 1947, the temple was considered the most important asset of the princely state of Travancore, as the deity was believed to be the ruler of the kingdom, with the king as his representative and servant, or dasa. This is like how the Maharana of Udaipur ruled on behalf of Sri Eklingji. After India became a modern nation state in 1947, secularism began its war on the Hindu temples, and the Padmanabhaswamy Temple was no exception. The war is still going on, and in the last 70 years, the temple has gone through a lot. Sri Padmanabhaswamy is no longer the ruler of the kingdom, as the Indian state is not equipped to deal with such a construct. Land reforms legislations alienated more than 30,000 acres of land from the temple. The temple once cooked more than 900 kilograms of rice every day to be distributed as prasadam. The practice could no longer be maintained. The temple became a battleground for political parties who created their own unions among the temple employees and caused unrest. Even auditors were not allowed to enter the temple by the employees during the early 2000s. In 2007, some independent actors, if you know what I mean, advocated for the state to take over the temple administration. They also claimed that the temple treasures were being looted or in danger of being looted by the royal family of Travancore, the same family that had not taken a single copper coin from the walls of the temple as per their vow. In 2011, the Kerala High Court ordered the state of Kerala to set up a Devaswam board for administering the temple. In 2014, the Supreme Court ordered the setting up of a new executive committee with the state-appointed executive officer in charge. Soon enough, the state-appointed executive officer tried running the temple as if it was his personal fiefdom. He imposed his bigoted views on the temple customs and tried changing the rules of the temple entry, dress code, and even the type of chandana given as prasada. Further, even after the said executive was removed, several heritage structures, including the precious Saraswati Mantapam, continue to be demolished in the name of renovation. But the most interesting bit is this. The Kerala government pays the temple a sum of rupees 58,500 as annual rental compensation for 12,600 acres of the temple land it has just about grabbed. That's less than 5,000 rupees a month paid for the usage of land of the size of a town. The walls of the Padmanabhaswamy Temple, which have been guarded by the royal family of Travancore for centuries, hold treasures worth lakhs of crores which belong to Sri Padmanabhaswamy. The state has consistently failed to protect our temple heritage from the smuggling mafia, and many state officials have been found to be guilty of colluding with the thieves. Not only this, the state is proposing the display of jewels belonging to Sri Padmanabhaswamy in a museum to generate revenue for its coffers? How shameful! It is not debatable anymore that state interference in Hindu temples is unjust and discriminatory. The modern secular state is hell-bent on destroying the time-tested traditions and practices developed by the Hindu civilization. In this particular case, the kings were allowed to administer Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple because they showed complete faith in him. Does the existing state rule on behalf of Sri Padmanabhaswamy, or associate itself with Sri Padmanabhaswamy showing complete faith in him? If the answers are in negative, the state should back off from interfering in the matter and let the Hindu society administer the temple as per its civilizational wisdom. This is Tejasvini Shreehari on behalf of People for Dharma for Upward.